Hi everyone, and welcome to part 17 of Let's Build New York Brownstones. Before we really get into things, there's a few quick things that I did before starting that I just want to show you all. So down here in the criminal's apartment, I did add this very suspicious bag of money to the bedroom, and that was because Caleb suggested that I do that, and that is it for this apartment. So up here, Kaplan brought up that since there isn't a public staircase going to the third level, we didn't really need all of this area behind the staircase, and said that I should just wall it off and have it be part of the apartment. And then to add to that, Skychine658 suggested that I just use that as a very small playroom, which I think will be a really good idea because I'm going to go with the idea I had to make this a bedroom for a child and a toddler. And this isn't that big of a bedroom, so we're really not going to have much space for toys. So having that little play area down here, even if it is this teeny 2x3 room, will help a lot. But my main goal for this part is to finish this level of this apartment here. I don't think we're really gonna have enough time to get to the upper level, but I'd be very happy if I could at least finish this one. So we're just gonna start with the office over here since last time we got a good bit of the way through that, so you might as well just finish up that and then move out to the main area. So last time I finished all the clutter on the desk here, and then I just added this pile of paperwork down here. And in the last part, I asked you all what you thought the significant other of the detective should be doing for their career. And the consensus was that they should be in the medical career, whether it be a nurse or a doctor. So that's the idea we're going to go with. And I was thinking that this could be a shared office between the two of them, but all of the detectives' paperwork and their obsession with catching the criminal have kind of overtaken the space, so it's mostly filled with their junk. So I'm imagining that being something that makes their partner very unhappy and gets on their nerves a lot. So we're going to go ahead and I think move this over because I want to get a file cabinet in this corner because Elliot suggested adding a bunch of those file cabinets that came with Get to Work to this office, and also to use that fan decoration, which I always forget about. Like, that is just such a good decoration, and I never really end up using it in builds because I just completely forget about it. So I think those file cabinets were in, yeah, they're here in miscellaneous services or surfaces, and we have several different types, so we can definitely switch up around the office. So we're gonna have one here. And then just keep those items over there in that corner. Maybe we should go with more of, yeah, let's go with this color. I want to try to use some different colors for these file cabinets just so it looks like, you know, it's not a complete set. And then I also wanted to take one of these items, and maybe this will be better since it's a little bit smaller, and just make it look like it's sitting on top of the file cabinet. And we could just cram these into this corner a little bit more. And then I also wanted to take another file cabinet. So I'm thinking either this one or this one. Maybe this one and have it over here. And then I was thinking that on top of this, we could have that fan decoration with even more clutter. So I'm thinking for this one, we'll go with, how about, maybe not that. Let's go with black for this one. And then I'm going to take out that red shelf and use it to help me get the file cabinet, or this, you know, decoration here on top of the file cabinet. So that can, I think this height, yeah, this height's going to be about right. Okay, so we'll get you up there. And that should be fine and not, okay, never mind. It's floating just a teensy bit, so we gotta lower it slightly. I think that should be good. And I want it to be slightly crooked. Yeah, I think that works. And we're just gonna change this to blue or maybe green. Yeah, kind of like the green. And then I'm gonna go ahead and find that one fan decoration, just see what else we have that came with Get to Work that we can use in here. Since we are going to go with the idea that the other sim is going to be in the medical career. So we can use that one. There's that one. It was like that skeleton decoration. That was another thing that was suggested by Jay to use. Here's that skeleton decoration. So while we have that, we might as well just get that out. And there is also this thing, which is for the medical career. So we can have this up here along with the fan. I think that'll work pretty well. This thing is always like, this is kind of creepy, but I think for someone who's in the medical career, it's probably very useful to have something like this. Okay, now let me find that fan. I feel like I think the reason I don't really use it much is because it's actually not the easiest to find. Yeah, it's actually here in electronics, which I think is definitely why I keep missing it. All right, so look at that. Yeah, that's not going to snap up there. So I'm actually going to take, let me duplicate this. So that way we can just kind of better control over where we place it. And then we'll get this and make sure that it's set to the right height. Okay, so I think that should be good. And then that'll go, I'm thinking right here. Or maybe this can go over on the other side and then this can go right here kind of pointing over to the desk, you know, because they want to have that to keep themselves cool, you know, have it pointed right at them while they're working on the desk. And I think that's good for up here. I forget if there's any other swatches for this. Okay, yeah, so there's a few other swatches. Okay, so that, ooh, I like this, kind of like the creepy zombie one. That's sort of fun. So we'll keep that. And then I'm thinking we should have some sort of clock in here. So that'll go right up here. And then I just want to get some more different kinds of clutter around the office just to fill it up. We also need a rug, so that's another thing that we need to get. And then some more wall decorations, like some posters and that kind of a thing. But I'm just going to grab more of these items and just pile them over here. So that could be there. And then I know we had there was that other box type decoration that came with Get to Work. So I definitely want to find that and get that somewhere around here. And I don't think we can really pack too much more in here because I want this to actually be routable. So I think actually the original color that came in was fine. And then we'll just get this. And we could also get a little bit more creative and try to make it look like these are stacked. So did I put that shelf away? Okay, yeah, I did. I need to get into a better habit of leaving it out. So that way I don't keep deleting and then having to go find it once again. But I'm so used to doing that. Okay, so that should be about right. And then we could just kind of have it. Okay, so we gotta move this out of the way because it keeps wanting to snap to that. And then make it look like it's just kind of going between these two items. Although that doesn't quite work. Yeah, I think that'll be a bit better. And then we'll use a different swatch. So we can use that one. So moving along, I think the main things we need are that rug and some more wall decorations. And I just remember, I think there was that rug from Strangerville. Yeah, this one that just looks like all the strewn papers. That is actually perfect for this. So we just got this whole mess of papers right under this. So yeah, I could definitely see this causing a little bit of conflict between the Sims who live here. Okay, so what rug do we want to use? I'm thinking the one like this one here. Or we could go with something that feels a little bit more modern than that. Like this one sized down, although the problem is that's intersecting with that. I think we're gonna have the same problem with this rug here. So maybe we have to put this rug in last, because I think whatever rug you put in last is the one that shows up on top. So hopefully that works, because I just really love the idea of having all those papers all over the place. Right. We weren't going to use that one. We're going to use this one instead. Okay, so let's figure out a swatch that works. We do have this one, which goes very well with the curtains. I think this actually looks really nice. You know, like maybe at one point this was a very nice and neat office. And I want to see if this will work now. Yes, okay, good. That'll work out. So glad that works fine. And let's just find some posters. I'm thinking some of the ones that came with Strangerville work well, because they have kind of a conspiracy theorist-esque feel to them. And I feel like I know they're like hunting a criminal, but I feel like they also maybe have some conspiracy theory-esque tendencies. So we're actually going to sort by Strangerville just to make it a little bit easier to find all of those posters. Because we did have, where was the one with different swatches? Okay, it was this one right here. Yeah, so let's just find some other swatches of this one. So we got these different kinds of, we got like a UFO, or this is just a book one for the library. Yeah, so let's go with this one. And how about this one? And then I also want to sort by Get to Work as well, just so we could see what there was that came with that pack. Because I'm thinking there's some stuff in there that would maybe go with more of the medical side of things. Or not, it doesn't actually appear like there's much, but we do have this. So that can go right over here. And I feel like we should get some nice framed pictures in here, but there's not really a good spot for that. So I just kind of like the idea of more so having these posters in here, but we can get one like this. That's a little bit nicer, or this one. I like that one. That one's fun. And over here, we could have this one, or another option is we just move this down a little bit and don't have everything so crammed in, which I think works a little bit better. We could also maybe size this down and have it above this. I think that looks pretty good. And then I think I'm going to leave that as it for the wall decorations in here. So that's, I think about it. that this office needs. That's pretty good. So we're just gonna move on to this bathroom over here, and it is pretty nice that there is this bathroom right off of the office. So we're gonna cancel out of all of this and figure out what we're gonna use. So perhaps this, maybe in this swatch, or we could go with this one. Yeah, I like that swatch. And then we just gotta get the soap, and right, I did keep that shelf out. Okay, so we're just gonna have a soap pump on here since this isn't really the bathroom that's off the bedroom. So we definitely don't need to have the toothbrushes or anything too personal in here. So I think this swatch of that works. And that'll just go back over there. And then we gotta get the hand towels. Maybe I should use a different one than this because I always go for that one. I'm thinking this one. And we can go for that swatch of it. Or something that might be better is to use this one, because it did have a lot of different color options, and I did say last time that I wanted this bathroom, like, I wanted this house or this apartment to feel a little bit more colorful than the other one. And then we'll just use that, and then we gotta get that toilet paper, and then I still needed to put in that half wall for the shower, so we have to do that. I can't remember what trim I used. Okay, so that's a trim that we use. I'm just gonna copy that exact same one, and then we're gonna get a different curtain in here. So rather than using a nice curtain, I'm thinking we can use some blinds in here like these ones. Yeah, those actually fit really well. And what might be better than having the toilet paper there is to actually have it right here. And then I'm thinking we can get a trash can between the sink and the toilet. That definitely feels like a good thing to have in the bathroom. And then we just got to get some towels. And I don't know why doors and windows keep doing that. I don't know if it's from the Move Objects cheat, because I remember that was always a huge issue back in The Sims 3. And then for the longest time, we didn't have it in The Sims 4. And then I don't remember when it was, but at some point it came creeping back into The Sims 4. So now that's something you have to worry about in this game. Although, fortunately, it's not quite as bad as it was in The Sims 3. Alright, then we just gotta change the swatch of this. And I think that's about it for this bathroom. Maybe a nice painting, but I feel like that's about it that we need in here. Like, we don't really need to go too overboard, so we can just have this over here on this wall. Put it in this swatch, and then that is it for the office and bathroom area. So we should probably turn our attention over here to this hallway. So we could get a nice entryway table in here, and I'll try to use something different than what I used downstairs. Is this what I used over in the living room? Okay, yeah, it was. So we don't want to use that in here. We could use this one, because I want this apartment's furniture to be a lot more simple than the other one. You know, kind of like not necessarily cheap family furniture, but somewhere between cheap and fancy. You know, basically kind of like middle class type furniture, where it's nice, but it's not over the top luxurious as the furniture in the apartment below kind of was. So for here, I wanted to try using the mirror that came with, where was it? The mirror that came with Parenthood, because that's always a really good one for these foyer tables. Yeah, this one right here. So we'll go with this swatch. I mean, it doesn't match perfectly. Maybe we have a darker, I think the only problem is, this matches this, but it does blend in really well with the flooring, but that's fine. You know, we can get a brighter rug in here, and I think that'll help things a little bit. Let's just size this down. I like this. It's like it's kind of cozy feeling. I want this apartment to feel very cozy. So I think that works. And then now we just got to figure out what we want to have on top of here. So probably some sort of lamp. Like maybe the one that came with Seasons. I feel like that would go really well with this. Or even this one. Yeah, I like this one. I think we'll use the lamp that... Although, is that going to... Yeah, I think that's snapping. Okay, so we'll just do that. And then position it where we want. Yeah, I think using the lamp from Seasons would be really good in the living room, so I'm going to just pull out a couple of these, or actually, we're probably only going to need one, so we'll just get that out there so we, whoops, I hate when I do that. Okay, so we got that for when we move on to the living room. I think that one crafty looking flower decoration from Parenthood would look really good up here. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. You know, I like that because it's just something that looks like one of the kids made it. And then we got to figure out one more thing too. Is that actually snapping to this? I think what we're gonna have to do is actually move this out and then just position everything and then move it back. At least we have the lamp as a guide to see where we're placing things. Okay, so that could be in the middle. And then on the end, I could use one of those, just have one of those. I mean, I know I've done that a few times already, but I just like using those baskets that came with Jungle Adventure, like to have them there, like a basket that you place your keys in or something like that. So I think, okay, yeah, that's right there. So we'll go with something that's maybe a little bit more fun and colorful, so it looks perhaps like another craft that one of the kids made. You know, just something homemade in general. So we're gonna actually move that to the center between these. I don't think I'm really gonna bother with sticking anything in this, because I want it to look like outside of the office, things in this apartment are fairly neat. Actually, I don't... it's fine. It's fine. We can have a little bit of mismatched color in here. I think that looks pretty good. And then over here, we could just have a plant in the corner. And I think that would be good. And then maybe some paintings. Like I could add some of those picture frames that came with, what was it, Moschino stuff? I think that could work. Yeah, this plant looks really nice right here. And I'll have to double check, but Sims should be able to route through this. I think I can actually tuck this in here a little bit more. I just want to make it so there aren't any branches cutting through the stairs. It's fine if they go into the wall because we don't really have to worry about Sims going in here. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to find some of those wall hangings from Moschino stuff. And we're just going to have them going up the stairs, like some of these digital picture frames. So we'll center that within the panel so it looks a little bit better. And I think that looks good. And then up here we'll have this one. And I'm thinking right here we'll just throw in another one of these. Because I don't want to fill things in too much, but I think this could look nice. And then right here we can add in maybe a coat rack or an umbrella holder. Yeah, I think those would be good. So that's going to be right here. I don't know if we have room. Yeah, I think we have room for both these. So we can have this here. And then on the other side of the door, we just have the coat rack. So this is the one that I wanted to add in. And I'm pretty sure this won't affect routing at all because they're pretty easily able to get through doors like this. And we're just going to stick with that swatch. Okay, so let's get a look at this. I think this is good. So this area is all done. So moving out here, Elliot suggested that for the kitchen, I try placing a diagonal island counter right here. So I just want to check and see if that is something that'll actually work, because I'm not sure if it's going to take up so much space that it doesn't work with the routing or what's going to happen with that. So we were using this one right here. We're going to have to get it at a 45-degree angle to line up with this, but I just want to see... Yeah, I mean, it's a cool idea, but it's kind of cutting into the arch here. And especially, I mean, we're definitely not going to be able to do that because that's just going to block the entryway into this area. I mean, it does look kind of neat. Maybe we can move it up a little bit. Yeah, the only problem is you have this edge coming right out here. And it just kind of blocks that a little bit. Another option, though, is that we could just use a regular counter. I think that... I mean, you get some clipping in here, but I think that actually looks pretty good. And it gives you a little bit more space to use here in the kitchen. And once I get more items in, it might actually look fine. But something I did want to do is just get a rug in front of the sink there. So for this kitchen, we're going to go with the one from Parenthood just so it looks a little more colorful and fun. And then we just got to figure out where we're going to place all the appliances and everything. So I'm thinking we can use... maybe not that one, this one. I really do like this one. And then for this kitchen, I also wanted to try the same mirrored backsplash thing again, because I think that will work pretty well for this apartment here. I've got the mirrors in, so they're all situated and blended together. Something else I wanted to grab was this, because I just realized I didn't have a range hood here above the stove. And I really liked how this one looked downstairs, so we're just going to use the same thing. And I just want to make sure... okay, good. It looks like that's pretty much up against the wall. Yeah, that should be good. So the next thing I want to do is figure out what appliances we're going to use and get those placed. So we're going to have this microwave. And I'm thinking right here is a good spot for that. Or maybe even over here next to the refrigerator. Yeah, I think that works. And then I also want to have a coffee maker. So we're going to go with, maybe not that one. Let's go with this one. And we could have it right here. Although I think this would work better as something with maybe a fruit basket on it, you know, or some nice flowers, more of a decorative thing. So right here is a good spot for that. It looks like it's a little bit distanced away from the sink. And I don't think there's any other kinds of appliances that I want to have in here. So now we just got to get all the decorations and knickknacks and such in. So I'm going to sort by parenthood because I know there was the bread basket, and then I'm going to use that same dish drying rack that came with that pack once again. I just went ahead and got all the sink decorations in myself because this is a thing we've done numerous times in this series, so I didn't want to bother with showing that again. But something I just realized we do need is a dishwasher. And normally I would want to put it next to the sink, but that's not really going to work. I mean, it kind of works there, but I'm worried Sims aren't going to actually be able to use it because of this counter right here. So we're just going to add it over to this side of the kitchen, which isn't really a huge deal. Sims shouldn't have an issue using that. And I like how that was the dinette one. I want to try the parenthood one really quick to see if that looks any better. Yeah, I think I like that one a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to stick with that. And I want to change this to that same dark brown color that we used over here. And then we just got to get the whole utensil rack thing again and probably a spice rack as well. And I don't think we really need too much over here, like maybe a plant or something like that. And that'll be it for that corner. Something else. Oh, we do have these really cute ones that came with Discover University. So I mean, that's something good to add in to use something a little bit different than what I've been using. And that should be good. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's really intersecting at all. So I want to pick a bright color. I think that could work, or this one. Maybe that one. This one's cute because it does have a little face, but you can't really even see that. Oh, I do like this one. Yeah, so go with that. And then I want to get everything situated over here. So I wanted to add the pots and pans behind it, like behind the dish drying rack. Okay, those don't actually snap for whatever reason. But I just wanted to add those there, kind of like they're dirty pots and pans that they haven't quite gotten to cleaning yet. And then this is just kind of out here like it's a mess. You know, like maybe these are some empty cans and an empty cereal box that they need to recycle and haven't quite taken it outside or put it down the trash chute, or that actually isn't a trash chute here, but you know, they haven't quite gotten rid of it yet. So I think we need to do this because I'm trying to position it so that it's not intersecting anything, which is proving to be a slight bit tricky. I think that'll work better. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so we'll just get that back over here, and I think that is it for this back area of the kitchen. And I'm not going to stick anything right here because we do need that, or actually, yeah, I was going to stick decorative stuff over here because we do need this as an empty counter. So over here, I just wanted to grab that. Oh, you know what we could do? We could go to debug and grab those sacked lunch items and put that here. Maybe like some sacked lunch, like 2 of those, and then a lunchbox for the kid. I think that could work really well. So I think we can actually search for sacked lunch is what it was. And then I forget, I'm just going to get this out here. I forget what was that lunchbox called? I think it was like Muncha Lunchbox, or yeah, that's what it was. Yes, I think this is really cute. Like, this is just kind of the area where they have their food sitting out for the day and they just kind of grab it as they go out the door. I just think that's a really cute idea. I just want to get them kind of close together, and I don't really feel like dealing with moving this and then trying to get it resituated. So I think that's pretty good, and we'll just get the rocket ship swatch of that. And then I also wanted to get a kitchen trash can, so I'm thinking that this spot right here next to this is a good area. And I'm pretty sure that won't get in the way of anything. Alright, so that is going to be it for the kitchen. I mean, I could put a shelf above the sink with some stuff in it, but I don't really feel like doing that. I don't think it's really that necessary, so we're not going to bother with that. And that is it for that. So I'm pretty happy with how that kitchen is coming along. So for over here, we're just going to have the table in the middle of the room, and I'm going to get 4 chairs around it. And since one of the Sims who lives here is going to be a toddler, we need to get a high chair for them. So that's what we'll do, and I'm thinking we'll go with the parenthood chairs. So these ones right here, and I actually am liking the wood color of this. So I'm going to keep that. We could go with this. Yeah, I kind of like how that looks. Alright, so we'll stick with that. And try to find a high chair that matches that relatively well. So that is actually right here. Oh, I think this one could work pretty well. So what do we have? That maybe? Or do we have... Oh, we have that with blue. So it kind of looks like there... Although maybe we should go something that's a little bit less perfectly matching. Like if we could get that same wood color, but with a more neutral cushion, that would be good. Yeah, I think we'll actually go with this one. Okay, and then we'll just grab a rug to go under that. Or we could just not have a rug under here, because I know that was a thing that was brought up in the last apartment, that it kind of split up the space. And this isn't really a ton of space, so I could see that being the same issue here. But over in the living room, I was thinking that this rug from Discover University would fit in perfectly. So on top of this table, we could have that one fruit basket item from Parenthood that I was wanting to add before. So that can just be right there. And I'm thinking, how about this swatch of it? Or this one. Something else I think we could use in this area is some kind of hutch. I know there was the larger one that came with cats and dogs, so we could try that one, although I feel like that's probably going to be too big, but I really like that one, so I just want to give it a go and see how I like it. I think that one was actually in surfaces. Yeah, so this big old one. Yeah, I think that's... Oh boy, yeah, I think that's going to be a bit of a problem. That is definitely way too overpowering in this room. So we're not going to go with that one, but there was also one that came with Get Together that I think would also work. So let's give that one a go. Yeah, so I'm thinking we could just have one of these, because I also wanted to have an end table next to this couch here, so that can go right there, and then we could have, you know, instead of having that trash can there, I'm thinking it might actually work a little bit better over here, just so it's not blocking the entryway enough, or as much. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I want to see if there's a more... You know, let's actually go with that kind of a wood, so, you know, we don't have to have the same exact wood tones for everything. And next to this, we can get another plant. So I want to try that one from, or we could try this one. I know I've been using that a lot throughout this build, though, but we could also go with a cactus. I like that. That's kind of fun. And I just want to find some kind of painting to put above here. So I'm thinking we could use the one, like this one here with the mountain. I know I've also used this throughout this build, but that's a problem, like when working on such a large build, it's really hard to not repeat items at all. But we're just gonna go ahead and find an end table for this before I figure out whether I want to stick anything on the wall right here. I don't think we need to, because we are gonna have the end table and then probably something over here. So let's see what we've got. This is one possibility, but I want to see if there's like a darker... I actually like that. Yeah, because I definitely want things in this apartment to feel slightly mismatched, like not everything comes from the same set. But we do also have that end table that came with Discover University. So I just want to try that out to see if maybe that's a better option. But I'm thinking I like the Seasons one that we just had there more. Yeah, I think the Seasons one definitely looked better, definitely fit into the space a lot better. Okay, so that's settled. Now we gotta figure out what kind of wall decoration we want to have back here. I do like this one from Get to Work, and I never really use it, so I want to see if we can make it work in this apartment. Maybe we try another swatch like this one, and then I was also going to change the color of this. So we can go with yellow for this. I believe I was saying something in the last part about mismatching these a bit, but I think we're just going to stick with what we have, and then for this we'll go with white. And change the color of this because I'm not really feeling that in here. This one is kind of fun, so we'll go with that. It does also tie in with the couches pretty well. Something else we need to do is figure out something for this wall over here. So something that could be good is the board from Parenthood. I think that was, yeah, that's right here. And maybe something else, like we could have a bookshelf right there. I think that could be something good. But the issue is, again, we need to make sure that things aren't too cluttered, but I think it's fine. Like, the main worry is routing, but I think it's fine if things feel a bit more congested than they did downstairs, because this is, you know, an apartment, you know, it's a family apartment, so you're gonna have stuff all over the place, you're gonna have a lot more, you know, it's not just one person, so there's gonna be a little bit more crammed in here, or, you know, I'm thinking maybe a bookshelf wouldn't be a good idea, but I just want to get a look at it. Yeah, what might work a little bit better is using just a standing lamp instead. And then we could have a plant or maybe another wall decoration or something like that. I think that's going to work a lot better for this. And I want to try to use a swatch of this that I normally don't use, like this one. And then we just got to figure out some sort of wall decoration, and I think that'll be good. Or on second thought, we could just add another plant in and call it a day. Because I was trying out a few different things and nothing really looked quite right in here. So I'm gonna just stick this over here and not bother with putting another wall hanging over here. I think that's fine, you know, we can leave it a little bit more open. But something I did just think about is, since we were saying there was perhaps a doctor living here, it might be a good idea to grab one of those certificate, I think there was, or even like one of the degree wall decorations that came with Discover University. Just something to look like the degree of the doctor. Oh good, we do have a Doctor of Medicine diploma. That is perfect. Yeah, I just thought that would be really good to have in here. Like, it's their, you know, obviously their diploma that they want to have on display. The problem is we got so much crap in here, I don't know where to display it. Maybe we can get rid of this one right here. Move this over and then just have the diploma above the file cabinet. I think that works better than putting it somewhere else. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so moving back out here, we just need to get some more clutter in this area and fill it in a little bit more, and that's gonna be good. So one thing I wanted to grab is a TV remote. That's always a must-have in the living room area like this. So we've got that right here. Do we want to have it on the end table or on the end table or the coffee table? I'm thinking the end table. And we'll have that be it for that. And then we got to figure out something else, like maybe a plant decoration to put in the center of this. So this is an option. I kind of like this more earthy look for this apartment. And then besides that, we can have a tissue box and maybe like some kids' toys and that kind of a thing. And maybe, I think it'd be good to have a tablet down here. Like, they just, you know, obviously brought that down here. We're trying to do a little bit of work on it while watching TV or something along those lines. So that is this one right here. And then apart from that, as I mentioned, we just need some toys. Oh, and another good idea might be to have a laundry basket. I know I've done that in other apartments, but I always like doing that. Like, they have that basket down there to fold clothes with. But let's just go to kids and grab those toys. So we'll have that one. And then we can get the cat right here. Just like some of their toys bled out into this area. And I think that's good. Yeah, so actually, instead of hunting around for that laundry basket, we're just going to go all the way down here and grab this one. And then just stick that next to this. There was also that one decoration from Parano that looks like the magazine, like a magazine bucket kind of a thing, or magazine container, whatever you call it. So I think that would be something else really good to have between these two chairs over here. So I think we'll leave that as it for between these. And then another thing we need is curtains. We also need some decorations to place on top of this. So I did mention last time that I thought we need to have some of those card decorations from Seasons. So I'll get to that in a little bit, but first I want to figure out the curtain situation. So we can try the ones that came with Seasons, like this one. The only problem is we're going to have that whole issue. I believe these are going to be poking through the wall, which we don't want, or it's only this one. I mean, it doesn't really look too bad, but that's a problem. It's really hard to put curtains on these kinds of windows. We could try this one that came with Discover University. I think that, yeah, that actually works without poking through. The thing is oh, that actually looks good there too. So you know what? We're going to use these. It is always good to use a different kind of curtain than I usually use. And that does mean we have to pull these out a little bit so they're not intersecting. And hopefully this has, like, these curtains have a good white swatch. Or something better than this. We could go with yellow, or I'm thinking blue. Ooh, the bright green. Yeah, I think that blends in really well with this rug and kind of, you know, goes together with everything. It makes it feel a little bit brighter. So I'm really glad we're able to try something new in here. And I believe, oh, right, that's not it for this area. We need to get those decorations in here. So I'm just going to put in debug, and then we'll sort by seasons. And then we just got to furnish that play area, and that's definitely going to be it that I do in this part. Okay, so what cards do we want to have? Like, I don't know what holiday I'm imagining it to be. Maybe something a little bit more generic, like these gnome cards that could just be out any time of year, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'm thinking we do have the craft decorations. Ooh, what if we just had one of these craft decorations randomly up here? I mean, it's not like as formal as a wall hanging, you know, like a painting. So I think it works to just have it just slapped up here like this. I think that's really cute. So there we go. But I'm not sure if there's anything else that works well for having, you know, works well for being up here. We could add one of these in, but no, I think I'm just going to, oh wait, we do have those other card decorations, like just the ones that aren't made. So we could add some of these over here as well. And then I'm thinking a candle or maybe just maybe one of these hat decorations. Like we could try to make it, once again, a more generic holiday. And I can't remember if I keep that shelf out or not. I think I put it away again. So we gotta grab that. And we'll just use that to raise this item up. Because I have used that candle item quite a bit throughout this build, so I think it would be good to do something else and just something that looks really cute and like it's a craft that one of the kids made. Okay, so that can go there. And I think the cards are good where they are, so let's just figure out the swatches of everything. So this can be, once again, something that feels like, I guess just like generic winter or maybe birthday cards. Yeah, I think birthday cards are good because that could, of course, be any time of year. And let's go with this one. Yeah, okay, so before we finish things, let's just work on this area, which I don't think will really take too long because it's not that big. And I'm planning to put a dollhouse in here. And those are massive, so it'll most likely take up most of the space. I'm thinking this Victorian dollhouse one right here, because this one is really pretty. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, you just got this little nook as a play area. You know, I'm kind of imagining that this is something that's maybe intended to be more of a closet or a storage area. But, you know, they, of course, didn't have a lot of space for toys in the bedroom, so this is what they just decided to use it as instead. So we'll just grab this above here, because it did have that really good swatch here that looks like a bunch of more child-oriented posters. And then let's figure out what else we want to have here. Oh, maybe this growth chart. Yeah, I think that could be really cute. So we'll just have the dinosaur swatch of that and figure out more posters to fill this area in with. Like we got this one, this like Harry Potter, knockoff Harry Potter type poster. We can also add one of these movie posters in over here. I think that'd be really cute. And we could throw in another one over here, maybe size down. So I'm thinking, how about this one? Or actually, I don't think we, no, I think we should size this down. And we'll just go with this frame for it. And I'm thinking instead of using this one, we could just go with the My First Pet Stuff one because I feel like that one does have some better swatches to it. Yeah, I remember there's a bunch of like really cute, just really adorable ones for this. I think we'll use that one downstairs. The giraffe one's really cute. Oh, I like this one. And we don't really, we need some curtains. So I'm just gonna grab these ones and use them in here once again. And we have enough space for some sort of small rug. So I'm wanting to see if we can size, yeah, I think that one, if we size it down, works. Actually, let's try sizing this down once again. Never mind, that's, maybe I just really like this one, so I want to see if maybe one of the other swatches would work better, like this one. Yeah, I mean, it barely fits, but it does, it fits nonetheless. Then we just got to figure out one more thing to have in here. I'll just add in this unicorn decoration over here. And that's about it that we have space for, so that is going to be all that I do in this part. So if you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, and bye!